after August 25th. He will have been dropped by the sidemen.
Well, after yourself, blah, blah, blah. We'll take it because we know in 3 months' time, you're going to fight Jake Paul. That's a big moment.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to train, we're not dealing with this.
He will have been dropped by his best friends who don't support him.
I'm gonna lean towards Jake.
For real?
Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna do Deji like that? Yo, honestly, Deji's my boy, but like Jake is kind of taller, he's kind of bigger.
I just don't think Deji's ready, I don't know.
You will have been dropped by all those people and you will have been dropped by me. You have nobody here with you.
You don't really see me doing collaborations with other YouTubers.
Your brother left.
Don't do it to his channel because that'll get him views. I'd say just tweet him. Tweet him saying delete your channel.
Your family left. No one supports you.
Your brother moved out at the age of 19. You go and move out.
Wait,
no, get out.
Really?
I said get out.
So they obviously know something that we don't.
Gaining subscribers at the expense of dragging your own brother makes you your happiness.
The reason why I won't do the rematch is because this is what he's living for right now.
It's down again, and that is it. Jake.
I want to fight Jake again. I want that to happen. I want to make it happen. I think I deserve a rematch.
You go back to gaming and sitting in front of your computer making cringy ass videos that no one watches. And then that's it for Deji.
I need to get this off my chest.
No, I want you to get all of your emotions out.
I hate it so much. I hate it.
Just get it all out.
I hate being seen as a bad guy. I hate it.
Before the video actually begins, there are two quick things I have to say. First, I'd like to give a huge thank you to Keemstar. He tweeted out the first video, which led to the video gaining almost 5 times the views it had before. Honestly, it left me speechless. Thank you so much. And second, I filmed this video outside. That was a dumb decision on my behalf because it was a little windy that day and it messed with the audio several times. To fix this, I redubbed over the parts where the audio is annoying, so if it looks like the audio is out of sync at times, that's why. Alright, without further ado, let's go. Wow. Here we are, everybody. It's been a little over a year since I've made my video on one of the UK's best YouTubers. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, I mean, this guy right here, Deji Alatunji, the YouTube platform would not be as tremendous as it is now. Full disclosure, if you have not seen the rise, fall, and decay of Deji, I recommend you do that so that you can get the full context of this guy's story if you don't have it already. I mean, would you watch Super Mario Brothers the movie without watching the first 3 seasons of the show? I think not. It's been over a year since I made my video on Deji, and due to popular demand, it's finally time to catch up with the guy. What has he been up to since then? Let's find out. I have some important questions that need answered. How's his relationship with his brother? Is he making better content? And has he grown as a human being? Let's get into what the heck happened in round 2 of KSI versus Deji.
I'll punch
So retarded.
I'm retarded.
You all retarded.
I'm looking at the monster.
Oh my God.
You're looking at a fucking door.
So dumb.
In the last video, I talked about how after many weeks of sibling bickering, the rivalry between KSI and Deji had ended. Deji apologized for his wrongdoings and put the diss track on private. I remember thinking at the time that was a weird move. Why put it on private? Why not just delete it altogether? The feud is over, right? Well, a few months later in May, it became quite clear why when Deji made Unforgivable public once again. Naturally, KSI and the public were confused at this move. Why? What's the problem now? Deji went on to then upload a 45-minute video giving his side of the story. And this video does have ads on it, so he did profit monetarily on this. Now, during the writing process of this video, I went ahead and responded to every little point that Deji makes. But the thing is, KSI already made an hour-long video doing that. And he refutes nearly every point that Deji makes. So this puts me in a bit of a bind. You know, it really doesn't make sense to add a huge chunk of this video of me just saying the same things that JJ has already said. So I decided that I'll just include the parts where I bring in a different perspective that the other two didn't.
I got tired of just being a laughing post, really. I got tired of it. Even back then, I would just simply walk out. I would just walk out because it wasn't funny.
He goes on to say that he doesn't like being the butt of the joke, which would happen a lot in these videos. But you can understand that makes you look like a baby, right?
Do you remember when you met up with Jake Paul and acted like a complete pussy? I do.
No, I want to his face off. I want to break your face. I'm not even chasing you.
Nobody make fun of me. I mean, I'll laugh all day at somebody else in the group who's being teased at, but if you guys turn on me, we're gonna have some serious problems.
I do admit I should not have done that. It was more out of anger why I did this. I was very angry, considering my brother. I felt alone.
I love that when Deji admits that he fucks up in certain areas, he backs it up by saying he was angry and was blinded by rage. Oh, but when KSI fucks up, oh, then that just means he's a bad person.
I called it unforgivable because I could not forgive him for a lot of this.
What? Deji, I can't hear you. You're still playing the song in the background.
Quick fuck, when you got a girl to lick your ass instead of getting your dick sucked. And when I was on Logan Paul's podcast, I did not say any negativity about my brother. Only in talks of the diss track.
Oh, fuck off. If you listen to the other episodes of Impulsive, you'll see that Logan interviews his guests about their career overall. But in the Deji episode, Logan doesn't ask him questions about his career. All they talk about is KSI. So for you to say that you didn't say anything bad about your brother, except for the diss track, it makes me believe that you have a couple screws loose up there, man. Like, did you say the name of his girlfriend? No. But you did back up the abortion claims, even though you're not even so sure about it yourself.
He kept using me as a laughing post in his Reddit videos that he made and other videos, when he could easily just avoid the topic.
I get his point here, but again, this is something that happens to all of his friends. You'll see constant jokes on a subreddit about Harry doing drugs, Ethan not having a dad, and Vic being a pedophile. Honestly, the jokes that have been made on Deji are pretty insignificant compared to what has been said about the Sidemen. But of course, Deji can't take a joke. We all know that.
So what he did, he blocked me on Instagram and then unblocked me, just to make it look like I unfollowed him when he unfollowed me when I followed him back, if you understand what I mean.
I think you have your tinfoil hat on a bit too tight.
He even told me in front of our parents to stop talking to his YouTube friends, which is one reason why you don't really see me doing collaborations with other YouTubers. But that's going to change as of today.
Oh, right. You did so many collabs after this, I forgot. You know what? In fact, let's take a look at them all. Let's see here. Your GF, nothing. Well, you clip Babe Maria and Joyce over here. There's Logan Paul's name. Well, where are all the collabs, man? What happened to the statement, dude?
When he goes on podcasts or anything, he just acts like he's the victim in the whole situation.
Remember he said that. I'll bring up KSI on podcast later.
He doesn't even know my parents' birthdays. My dad had to remind my brother of when my mum's birthday was.
Okay, hold the fuck on. I'm not saying I don't remember my parents' birthdays, because I do. But I know plenty of people who are bad at remembering people's birthdays, which includes their parents.
It's a pretty common thing, but that doesn't mean that they don't care.
So don't use that as a point against JJ. But then the video finally comes to an end. I encourage people to defend themselves where they see fit, but it's pretty clear that Deji is pretty ignorant and shows that he's not able to be empathetic towards others. It's clear to me that Deji isn't good with people, that he doesn't comprehend normal human interactions.
I wonder what he was like in high school and college. I am so curious.
Because YouTube has clearly changed him. It puts him in a bubble where he's lost touch of what it's like to be a normal person. Wayfly. But to get back to things, in his next video, he talks about how he made his 45-minute video in order to defend himself, to give his side of the story. And yet, he says that KSI is disgusting because he wants to respond to that video. That he should just shut up and take responsibility, whatever that means. Anyone else smell hypocrisy in the air?
I don't want to bring this into it, but like my mum, she could even end up going to prison regarding all of this, and he's now started to do this, which is disgusting, considering my mum has even said what she's going through to him.
But the most fucked up thing,
he makes public that his mother was feeling suicidal about the tank situation, that she might be going to prison. I shouldn't know any of that. That is such a crazy thing to be going through in your personal life.
So imagine your famous YouTuber douchebag son leaking out that info to the public, and he still thinks he's done nothing wrong.
After watching KSI's response, it's pretty clear that the guy is frustrated, stressed out, and just in total agony of what his little psycho brother has caused.
I would hate to have Deji as a sibling. I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
Let's move on to what happens after this. Now that both parties have given their side of the story, it was time to see what the public thought.
Deji has lied to his own fan base, lied to the public, leaked personal information, manipulated, played the victim, left certain parts of the story out. It's an overwhelming amount of evidence that Deji is in the wrong.
No one is teaching JJ how to be the perfect older brother, and no one is teaching Deji how to be the perfect younger brother either. Like, as siblings and as family, you don't have to agree on everything. You don't have the same political views. You don't need to have the same views on anything, on life and religion or whatever. That's not your job. Your job as a sibling, as a family member, is to be there for that person.
Deji, man, I've backed Deji, and I've been disappointed with some of the things Deji's done as well. And this is the main one. Why have you completely just 180'd on this? Why have you gone from coming out of his experience to then, oh no, I should have kept it private?
Well, Deji is as Deji does and makes another video on this situation.
Actually, he makes two videos. The first one is 3 minutes long and is all too familiar.
I'm moving on from the situation. I hope you guys can move on with me too, because I think that would be best for everyone. This should not have been on YouTube. So I'm going to sort out things with my brother off camera, and never, ever, ever will any drama, family drama, ever be on YouTube again.
We've seen him make videos like this. I'm pretty sure there were 2 like this during the Christmas situation. I've learned the error of my ways and vowed to never make anything public again. I decree. It's pretty clear that he's doing this in order to stop the hate he's getting after Alajid's response.
I also think it's funny that he never denies that he lied and manipulated throughout the whole first video. Come on, let's move on from this, you guys. Come on, no more drama.
Anyway, this video didn't end up doing any damage control. The hate continued, which led to the second video, where he goes on the offense. He says in that video that everything KSI said was a lie, which clearly isn't true.
I'm not saying that everything he said was true, but it's pretty clear that the majority of it was. Honestly, a lot of the points that Deji made in his first video could have been resolved had there been open communication between the two. It's like KSI says in his response video, if you would have just talked to him, a lot of what happened wouldn't have. But no, Deji expects KSI to just be psychic and read his mind. It's like, oh, this is clearly hurting him, so talk to people, man. Open communication. But the second video takes a turn when Deji starts exposing himself.
I'm gonna just expose myself when it comes to these girls. Number one, these are texts that my brother sent me. Here's this text. So this text, let me explain the story to you. I met this girl, right? She had a cold. I didn't know she had a cold. I literally had a cold the next day, and I thought she gave me an STD. I was pissed. That's why I said all the mean shit I said.
Then he goes to skull JJ for making an hour-long response, which I can't even fathom because, Deji, collectively, all of your videos on this have also been over an hour.
I'm tired of this whole being nice shit, alright? Yeah, you did your whole video an hour long, whatever. To be honest, a lot of it was bullshit, and I doubt a lot of people watched the whole fucking thing. This text alone that I've just shown you is enough to show you that my brother's willing to lie about anything, okay? I'm done.
Deji, I think you bring a good point when you say that KSI clearly knew that the girl knew you, but you cannot use this as the only example to show that he lied about everything. Because clearly, this whole feud between you two goes way beyond this one instance with this one girl.
So I completely forgot to go into detail about the girl situation. The lady in question is Yasmin. She put out her own video telling her side of the story. According to her, she and Deji were not together. She did in fact hook up with JJ, and that was that. Now Deji said that there was history between them and that she's an idiot for siding with KSI. Also, people have been using this video to discredit her claims. But as it was explained to me in the comments of part 1, Deji would have girls in his videos and call them his girlfriend even though they were not. I mean, that still promotes misogyny to his younger fans, but that's neither here nor there. In this video, they take a lie detector test and Deji asks questions like, did you cheat on me, and stuff like that. People use this as evidence, but it's a toy, people. It's not going to be that accurate. Now, if they had that lie detector guy in LA that a lot of YouTubers have used in their videos, then we could get somewhere. So since this is clearly all a farce, I don't think Deji and Yasmin were ever together. Did he have feelings for her? Probably, but he never did anything about it.
Then this happens.
I'm not gonna cry, but it really fucking annoys me. And I hate it so much. I hate it. I hate being seen as a bad guy. I hate it so much, and I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I've been taking shit for so long, and I'm not doing this anymore.
Okay, here are my thoughts on this. I think that Deji truly is going through mental problems.
I think those are real tears and that he's crying out of frustration and anguish.
And I think he raises a fair point when he says that in his 45-minute video, he spoke from his side of the story, that he spoke his truth. However, the problem is that Deji refuses to acknowledge that there is a difference between your truth and reality. Your truth is not always going to fit into what everyone else believes. It seems that Deji's mental health problems stem from him not being able to control what others think.
He clearly can't handle when people think that he's in the wrong, or that he's the bad guy, as he would put it. Deji, you sincerely need to do a lot of maturing, or else stuff like this is going to continuously bother you for the rest of your life. Also, you need to stop flipping the script in your videos.
People assume that in the 45-minute video that is the genuine you. But then in this video where you're crying and you're angry, you say that you're just trying to be polite and that this is the genuine you. If I was a fan of yours, my head would be spinning trying to figure out who is the real you. After he made this video, he decided to take a break from social media and seek professional help. During his break, the only video that he made was on Etica's passing, because that was still fresh on everyone's mind at that point. But this was the end of KSI versus Deji. For now. Knowing these brothers, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a round 3 between them. But I hope not. Whatever issues they may have in the future, I hope that they can do it behind closed doors.
But that does lead me to an important question. Where is their relationship nowadays?
I mean, it's somewhat sorted now.
It is? So what terms are you guys on now? Do you see each other at family stuff?
Well, I mean, we're going to see each other at Christmas,
Okay.
so I guess we'll talk there.
You're talking now, or?
Well, I mean, like, what, between me and my bro?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, so it's kind of. I mean, like, I don't know, like, brothers fight.
Said I didn't want to follow you before because I didn't want to get in any backlash, but I don't give a fuck now.
With Logan,
all the best Saturday,
like,
man.
He's been training for 3 months. 3-4 months. I was like,
have you talked to him? Have you talked to him?
I mean, he hasn't actually, like, congratulated me or anything, but, you know, like, I'm sure he'll congratulate me in person.
Right.
Things seem to be civil, which I'm glad. I sincerely hope that this video right here is the last time anyone has to talk about their relationship as brothers. All right, let's switch topics a bit. What is Deji up to in 2020?
YouTube they don't want me to upload. It's evident. They don't want me to upload. They don't want me to do anything. They just want me to be based around drama, and that's not how I am.
In this segment of the video, I will be going through a speed round of sorts, just because there's a lot of little things that I wanted to address. After the beef had subsided, Deji went back to his normal content. Reactions, challenges, vlogs.
The only new things I see him doing are Reddit videos and One Question Go videos. Gee, I wonder where he got that idea from. Now, for the people out there who are gonna comment, I can see it. I'm not saying that KSI came up with the idea of Reddit videos or One Question Go videos. Those are things that people have already done, but my point is that Deji didn't start doing them until KSI started doing them. It's clearly like just copying and pasting that works for my brother, so I'll just start doing it too.
Before we go any further, I did want to say that I noticed that he has himself a girlfriend now.
That's right, folks. Our little man has finally settled down and is in a committed relationship with a girl named Dunya, who has her own YouTube channel.
I wanted to point this out because I, amongst others, have given him shit for constantly having girls who he's hooked up with in his videos. As we've covered already, he has a dirty past with women. It's just refreshing to see that he has truly grown up in that regard.
Now, even though Deji is in a committed relationship, I was hoping it would be with someone who is dedicated to helping him grow as a human being. But from what I've seen, Dunya enables Deji's behavior. It's disappointing to say the least.
But to get back to his content, it's pretty clear that his views aren't what they used to be. He seemingly can't get 1 million views on a video unless KSI's name is in the title. And it sucks, obviously, for someone who doesn't want to be stuck in his shadow.
But it looks like Deji doesn't want to because he still hasn't put a ton of effort in his videos. I did want to bring something up about Jallo. Cinematic Venom also made a video about Deji, and thanks to him, he showed everybody this.
DSG, you awkward prick. Never outside, just bashing your dick. Tried to go diss Simon on Twitter, but Simon's batty and you're his bit. You're just a shadow of your big bro. Without him, you wouldn't have flowed. You have no ideas and your views are dry, so you fuck up your trim so you can upload. This CSG with fat dry lips. Yo, and I come with a flow. I'ma spin you like I spun your bro. Fake your vids and you lied about your kids. What other things do your fans not know? See you slide in the fans' DMs, and you're doing it again and again.
Now, I already know people are gonna say, oh, these diss tracks are just jokes, dumbass. I don't bring this up because I think Jallo used to hate Deji and the Sidemen. This is clearly him trying to advance his career by getting into beef that has nothing to do with him. And it clearly worked out because now he works on every music video that Deji makes.
Big up, Steven. I want you guys to just go on Jallo's channel, his Instagram, his Twitter, and whatever, and just say, you are the real G.
I just bring it up because I think it's hilarious that this is how their friendship started. Like, that's like if after making these videos, Deji reaches out to me to become his editor. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what? Now, a lot of people have criticized Deji for still living at home with his parents. Oh, why do you still live at home, idiot? Move! I think Deji should move out, but for a logical reason. Moving out and seeing the world for your own is necessary for your growth as a human being. Without it, you're missing out on vital adult skills. Deji has it in his head that if he moves out, then it's gonna look like he hates his parents, which doesn't make sense at all. You can still have a close relationship with your folks and visit whenever. Plenty of people do it. I just feel like Deji needs to make some sort of drastic change so that he can mature as a person. I also did want to mention quickly an update to part 1. Does anyone remember when Deji called out Randolph at the start of their beef?
The reason I'm losing subs is I changed my name. For those of you, a lot of you will know this, I changed my name from Comedy Shorts Gamer to Deji. Alright, that's the main reason.
When I was making my first Deji video, I didn't know how to prove that as false, but now I do. Recently, KSI changed his second channel from KSI you know, what it was before, to just his name, JJ Alatunji, much like Deji did. So, by Deji's logic, KSI should be losing subscribers from doing this, right? Well, let's check the handy-dandy social blade, shall we? Nope. In fact, he's gaining a lot of subscribers, 10 to 20k every day. So no, Deji, you weren't losing subs because you changed your name. It was honestly just because people are tired of your shit.
He'd rather stick to what he knows. Like boxing? What?
I want to fight again. I really do.
What? You want to go back to boxing? For what?
Since I'm lazy and whatever, JJ, me and you, after this whole COVID-19, after all this crap is done, me and you, let's just spar. Hey, Keem, I'm saying this now. I mean, you clearly have an issue with me. So how about, instead of settling it verbally, let's settle it physically. Can we have a rematch?
On here?
No, I mean like about boxing.
Yeah.
Like next week.
No, I'm gonna get some training.
No, like next week.
He's trying to get me views.
No, what do you mean? No, I want to f his face up. Ethan, the last time we sparred, I made you look as if you were lost. Like you look so, you looked lost. I mean, my man, you were pressing the water fountain and you weren't even drinking it. Like, come on. If you want to spar now, I mean, I'm down. I'm down if you want to spar now.
Let's run through this. We did a boxing drill. This is when we were both first starting. There was a little bit of confusion on what each other was supposed to be doing. I took a few whacks at the face. My lip bust here. I used water to get it off, and I continued.
I think I'm the best YouTube boxer. I'm saying that right now. I don't care what anyone thinks. You haven't seen what I am right now? I'm the best YouTube boxer. I don't give a fuck what you say.
I get why Deji says he just wants to fight everybody. Is just because he can't deflate their argument. So he's like, you know what? I'll let my actions speak for me. Let's just box, man. Oh, what? You have an actual criticism of me? You know what? Instead of addressing it, let's just fight, man. Come on. He always tries to advert their attention to something else. I don't know.
And he even goes out of his way to call out Jake Paul for round 2.
I want to fight Jake again. I want that to happen. I want to make it happen. I think I deserve a rematch.
I honestly don't see this happening at all. Maybe he'll find a worthy challenger and they'll duke it out, but I seriously doubt it. Plus, we're all under quarantine right now, so I really don't see him training or even working out at all.
I'm getting you.
which Deji actually got himself into some trouble during quarantine. That's right, he had a little bit of a health scare and thought he had the virus.
I'm making this video not to alarm you or worry you, but I'm not sure if I have COVID-19.
But it turns out he doesn't have it, and people were not happy.
Obviously, I understand the backlash I got. My video was somewhat impulsive.
In his response video, he apologizes for what he did, but also calls out people who he claims that tries to stir drama from this.
Yeah, how there are people saying I'm doing this for views and everything. It's disgusting and it's sad. It's actually pathetic.
Classic Deji. This is just another case of him not realizing how much weight his words carry. Instead, he just assumes the worst in people and just blames the audience. Really hope that would have stopped by now. It's a shame, really. I also wanted to bring up a video that he posted back in January where he calls out YouTube as a platform.
And YouTube, they've been silencing me. I'll upload a video, it'll get age restricted, meaning that it won't push to all my audience, and then it just gets flattened, so it won't even appear in some of your notifications or anything.
In the video, Deji acts like there's a conspiracy against him. You know, nothing new.
YouTube, they don't want me to upload. It's evident. They don't want me to upload, they don't want me to do anything. They just want me to be based around drama, and that's not how I am.
It's obviously scary when that begins to happen to a creator, but if YouTube really wanted to silence you, Deji, then they would have given you the Monkey Jones treatment. It seems like they're giving you the Super Mario Logan treatment instead, which still sucks, but it's not as bad.
I mean, Deji, if I were you, I'd contact some of your fellow creators and see if you can get any help on this. Don't just complain, try to actually look for a resolution to the problem. To switch gears a bit, Deji released some music recently.
The truth does show that Deji is getting better at making music, and it sounds like he'll be making more.
But the problem arises when he was reacting to people's reaction to the song.
In that video, he shows that it's so easy to stroke his ego.
I bet you he probably got people in his comments talking shit. Fuck them, my nigga.
Ah!
Fuck them. Fuck whoever talking shit.
I like this guy, man!
He absolutely loved when people liked the song, which is normal, but just couldn't accept a different sort of opinion.
They just have no backbone, still watch my vids in their Jack Jones. Man, I stop.
No, dude, I'm pretty sure most people have backbones though, like just physically.
Hey, alright, I was enjoying this reaction till that. What the fuck input was that?
Also, you clickbaited Randolph in the thumbnail. Randolph indeed made a video reacting to the song, but I had to go to his channel to actually watch it because Deji didn't show his reaction in his video. His reaction isn't even that bad. All he says is like, oh, not my favorite, mate. And it's like, what, is that not good enough for you, Deji?
Honestly, it's not crazy bad, but it's not crazy good either. It's just, it's alright. It's decent, okay? It's decent, Deji. Fair play. I rate you for doing this.
Was that really too much negativity for you, bro? Just don't put his face in the thumbnail if that's the case.
But now, it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. Deji finally hit 10 million subscribers. Woohoo! He did it! Or did he? There's a theory going on that he may have bought subscribers to reach 10 mil. I can understand Deji's mindset if he actually did. I already have 9.9 million subscribers. We'll just be rounding up the number. Buying 60,000 subscribers wouldn't be a big deal. This rumor started when Keemstar tweeted out Deji's Social Blade, and his logic checks out. On March 23rd, which is my fucking birthday, he started the last lap he needed to get to 10 million. He gained 10k subscribers every day except for one day, and hit 10 million on March 29th. And to quote one of my favorite modern murder mystery movies, yes, I do suspect foul play. Because for this, his subscriber count was pretty quiet. Let's not forget, Deji stayed at 9.7 million for the longest time. Let's do some comparing to other people's social blades, shall we? For this, I need someone who is gaining subscribers at a good pace, so let's use KSI's second channel as an example. Here you can see he's gaining approximately 10k subscribers almost every day. And that tracks because he's been uploading quality content at a frequent rate. Now I need to look at someone's social blade that is losing subscribers at a rapid rate. Somebody that the community isn't too happy with at the moment. So let's use Katarino. Ever since her scandal became public, she was losing about 1,000 subscribers a day. Until she uploaded her apology video, because that day she lost almost 9,000 subscribers. It's almost 9,000! Sorry. By the way, how many partners is it now? 6? 7?
For the 7th time. Whoa.
Anyway, it's pretty obvious why Kate's and JJ's channels are going into the directions that they are. So why did Deji gain 60,000 out of nowhere? I've seen people make the argument that KSI sort of gave him a shout out, but not really. Just because JJ says Deji's name doesn't mean he'll get a shit ton of subscribers out of nowhere. Oh, you want proof on that claim? Very well then. Recently, KSI did this Poppin' Challenge. It was a contest that anyone could enter. To submit, you had to spit your best verse on Poppin's instrumental, which was KSI's latest song at the time. The winner will get to have their verse on the Poppin remix, which is going to be on KSI's deluxe album. Now, because of this challenge, 2 YouTube rappers have been mentioned quite a bit in KSI's videos since they both entered. The rappers in question are Crypt and Dax. Now, compared to JJ's channels, their channels are pretty small. Dax has 2 million subscribers and Crypt has over 800k. Over the course of this challenge, KSI has talked about them both in 5 of his latest videos. Hell, they were both featured in one of his thumbnails. And not to mention, Dax was in 2 thumbnails. Where I'm going with this is that since KSI has been shouting them out both a lot, naturally they would both see spikes in subscribers, right? Well, yes and no. According to Social Blade, Crypt has been gaining 1,000 subscribers every day, even before the challenge started. Now, once KSI started bringing Crypt up in his videos, he would only see a little bit of spikes. On the days that JJ uploaded, Crypt got 3k, 2k, 4k, and on April 17th, Crypt gained 5k. That was the biggest spike because that was the day KSI announced that Crypt actually won the challenge.
Crypt, he showed his skill, he showed his talent, he showed how sick he is at rapping. And it was hard, like, you can't deny it. That's why he won, innit? That's why he won the competition, yeah. He won, motherfucker.
Which, quick sidebar, congrats Crypt, I actually did vote for you because you clearly had the best one. Anyway, Crypt did get some spikes by being shouted out by KSI, but not 60k worth, not even close. Let's look at Dax's Social Blade for a second. According to his Social Blade, it shows that Dax gets 10k subscribers every few days, and the challenge didn't shake that up in any way. But Crypt got spikes, why didn't Dax? I'll tell you why. Because KSI's audience has already made up their mind on what they think of Dax. In many of JJ's videos, he's clowned on Dax hard, and for good reason. Therefore, his audience will kind of always see Dax as a court jester. But with Crypt, KSI hasn't really talked about him that much since he was on the diss track with Deji. Now that KSI has shown that they're on good terms, it makes room for JJ's fans to check out Crypt's videos. But to bring this all back to Deji, KSI's audience has already made up their mind on what they think of Deji. In fact, every single one of KSI's fans know who Deji is. I'll give them benefit of the doubt and say that probably like 5% of KSI's fans don't know who Deji is. But the point is that they've already decided if they're a fan of Deji's or they don't want to support Deji at all. So to anyone who thinks that Deji would actually gain 60k subscribers from KSI saying his name in a video, that's clearly not the case. Especially since it took JJ saying Crypt's name in 5 videos for him to gain 20k. Also, it's worth mentioning that during the week of March 23rd to March 29th, Deji didn't really have any viral videos go off, so truly it doesn't make sense where these subscribers came from. So this leads to the $1 million question. Did Deji Alatunji subbot to get to 10 million? Well, it really looks like that. Here's a theory I'm going to throw out there. What if he didn't subbot, but somebody in his circles bought the subs for him? I could totally see his girlfriend knowing that Deji is sad that he still hasn't reached 10 million, buying the rest for him. Oh, sweetie, look, you did it. You finally did it. Congrats. But if I had to put money on it, I would bet that the parents did it. They baby him enough as it is. I mean, Mama Alatunji literally texted KSI if Deji could re-upload the diss track. You know, the diss track that people rapped about her oldest son having abortions. She was okay with it being public again because she knew it would help out Deji's channel. Bottom line is that I think somebody definitely subbotted Deji's channel, but the question is, who? Now, as I mentioned earlier, people have called Deji out on this, like Keemstar and Kavos. So naturally, instead of defending himself, his girlfriend Dunya is doing it for him. Now, this doesn't surprise me in the slightest. There have been a few times during Deji's career that the people around him had to defend him.
Leave my bro out of this because I'm the one that called you out.
So if you don't go for Deji, you go for Jake Paul. If you don't go for Jake Paul, you go for Logan Paul.
It's always the same people.
Same people. I'll be happy to fight him too.
Me too.
Yeah. Junior and I will box him together.
So I'm just asking, like, from a girl to all these boys and all these other girls that are hating on Deji, get off his dick. Because his dick is mine. Which basically means that you're on my dick. So get the fuck off my dick.
It's truly sad to see that Deji can't do it himself. And I don't mean that he always cowers behind others, because he doesn't. When he does defend himself, he's not articulate enough to do a good job clearing his name. He also makes it pretty clear that he's too much of in a bubble to see things from a different perspective.
Like you said, Deji, JJ pays my salary. I work for JJ. I know you've never had a job, and I know like you can't really understand the process of actually working and doing something for money because you've been like spoon-fed everything your entire life. You know, sometimes Deji, you gotta hustle, you gotta grind, you gotta put the work in to get the results that you want. Like, I know that's a weird concept for you.
I don't know if this could be bad or good. So yeah, pray for me and thank you.
Alright, I think I've covered everything. If only you guys knew how long I've been out here for.
I apologize if I've missed any topics, but let's answer the 3 questions I had at the beginning.
How is his relationship with his brother? Fine. Civil at best. Is he making better content? Not really. It's pretty much the same.
The most I'll give him is that his skills as a rapper have improved.
Has he grown as a human being?
The only growth I've seen is how he treats women.
I commend him that much, but everything else that have how he presents himself still needs a lot of work. Overall, it's disappointing to see that not much has changed since the last time I made a video on him, but honestly, I expected as much. I really wish that he would prove me wrong, but he still hasn't. Will he ever? Who knows? Probably not. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is probably the last time I will ever talk about Deji. Actually, let me rephrase that.
There are 2 scenarios I can see myself making a 3rd video on the guy.
Either A, Deji does something truly despicable, you know, his biggest scandal yet. And I'm not talking about him saying he has COVID or him subbotting to reach 10 million. Those are small potatoes. It has to be something huge, just something that I could not ignore.
Or B, Deji makes a video responding to me.
If the man himself makes a video calling me out, trying to refute all the points that I've made on him, then of course I will make a 3rd video responding to the criticisms he has on me. But if none of those things happen, then consider this my official goodbye to Deji.
At the end of the day, JJ will always be the more mature one, solely for the fact that Deji made a diss track on him, but KSI never made one firing back. He never stooped down to Deji's level. I think that is something that a lot of people are not taking into consideration when talking about these fellas. Also, Deji's channel is not what a 10 million sub channel looks like. When I check out a channel of that caliber, I'm expecting top tier content. Videos that obviously had a lot of care and effort being put into them. Once Deji for sure has a channel that has over 10 million subscribers, that accomplishment will lose meaning. It's very clear to me that growing up, Deji had a silver spoon in his mouth his whole life. Whether it be private school, never having a real job, or using his older brother's success to his benefit. Now, he's made almost 2,000 videos over the years, so I don't want to discredit that. But ask yourself this. How many of those videos do you go back to watch over and over again? You might find that that number is very low. It's like I said in my last Deji video, he needs to work hard and make videos that people can actually respect. But unfortunately, it looks like that's never going to happen.
So, I hope you guys will want to stick around. There's plenty more commentary videos that are on the way. If any of you are sad that I'm pretty much done with Deji, please don't be.
There are plenty of other creators that I want to call out at some point.
These videos will definitely be bigger than the normal ones, so they will unfortunately take more time to make. So the goal is to put out the next episode before the end of the year.
And don't even worry about it. I already know who the next episode's going to be on.
Also, completely forgot to mention that I wanted to thank everybody who helped out. There are a few people out there who recommended that I watch certain videos in anticipation of this video, and I appreciate it. You know who you are.
With that being said, subscribe for more content. Bye. Until next time.